Hey guys, it's Matt, welcome to SpeedTutor and welcome to creating a loading screen today in Unity. Now, I know there's a lot of tutorials on this, but there's a few things that they forget to mention which is really important, especially if you're building out big levels. Now, in this example, I'm going to give you more of a real-world example from a main menu to a scene which has much more content in it, lots of assets, and it does take much longer to load. And you can see in the background my example when it's built out. Now, you've got to remember that loading in Unity, if you want to create a loading screen, one of those classic loading bars, it's an asynchronous operation. And asynchronous means it all loads in the background whilst the scene is still running in the first place. So it finds all the game objects and such, puts it all into memory for then it to be used. Now, the problem is in Unity, by default, Unity's editor doesn't actually do an asynchronous operation very well and can make your entire Unity freeze. And that's obviously not very good. But the difference is if you build the game out, like in my example in the background, it's fine. And be sure to check out all the great sales and everything for Black Friday and all the Humble Bundles for this month. And be sure to come and check out my Patreon if you want to get access to this project and over 165 more. So first of all, I've got a main menu here, which is just on a canvas, which is on the order sort of 0. Then I've got another, which is a loading screen, which will actually go over the top, which as you can see there, it's got a loading bar with loading, and that will be my loading screen. And that's got a sort order of 1. So it's always above no matter where it is, but in the code we'll disable one and enable the other just to make sure that it always works. And on this, all it does is it has a slider from 0 to 1, and I do have a tutorial on creating sliders and things like that, but you can just create it on your canvas by right-clicking UI and choosing slider. Then what we want to do is we want to create an empty game object, so you can right-click in the hierarchy, click create empty, and I'm just going to call this the async manager. And then what I'm going to do down below is I'm just going to create a new C# script and just call this async loader. And then we'll click on the async manager and just add it to that object there. So then we'll open up in Visual Studio. So first of all, we need a bunch of collections or namespaces that we're going to use. So we're going to use UnityEngine.ui and using UnityEngine.scene management, because we need to both find the scenes that we're going to use and some UI elements that we'll also use. Square brackets, serialize field, then we're going to have private game object, and this is going to be our loading screen. So the thing that's going to appear when we load, we'll just copy this line, paste it below, and call this our main menu, because that's the thing I want to disable, just to make sure that we don't be able to interact with it. And then below, again, instead of it being a game object this time, we'll have this as a slider, but because we use the UnityEngine.ui, we can do this, and I'm just going to call this my loading slider. And I just added some quick headers at the top just to make it look neater in the inspector. Then we want to access something on the button. So when we press our load button, we want to do something. So we'll say public void and we'll say load level button, because that's the button that we want to use. And you can use an integer or a string to reference what type of level you're going to load. So the integer can be used in the build manager for a number, but I often like to use the string, because then I actually know which level it'll look like I'm going to or going from. Then here we can say that our main menu.setActive is false because we want to set that off. Loading screen.setActive is true in this case because we want to set one to false, set one to active. And then under here, we'll want to start a method to run the asynchronous operation. So to do that, we can use a coroutine. So we need to use IEnumerator. And then I'm going to call this one a load level async, and then again pass in the parameter of the level to load, or the one that we're going to use. And then we're going to say that an async operation that we're going to do, as you can see if you highlight in Unity, and then we can give this a variable name of load operation because we're going to use this after, and then we'll set this equal to our scene manager dot load scene async, and as you can see, async loads asynchronously in the background. So that essentially means that when you click the button, it loads all the game assets in the background between the values of 0 and 0.9, whereas 0.9 to a value of 1 is when it's basically found all the assets and it's going to put everything in for you. And then we need to specify the level to load, and then we can end that there. So now you can use a load operation and find a lot of different components that are attached. So you can say is done. So is the operation finished? You can see the progress of how far it's done in its progression. But what we can do down here is use a while loop So if you write while and double tab, it will create it for you. So we could say while and an exclamation mark above. The load operation dot is done is false, and with the exclamation mark in front, it means false. So when it's not finished, in our case, we want to create a float and we want to hold the value of how it's progressed. So we'll say we'll create progress value as a float, and we'll say mathf.clamp 0, 1, which clamps the value between 0 and 1. Then we'll say that the load operation dot progress divided by 0.9 as a float value. So that means that we're clamping it between 0.1, and then we're doing the load operation, which will only be between 0 and 1 anyway. And if we divide it by 0.9, it means that we'll only ever need to go to a value of 0.9 in any case, which is when it's finished doing the asynchronous operation. Then in our case, we can do the loading slider dot value is equal to the progress value. And then we need to end this coroutine by saying yield return null. And then of course we need to finish off by running this coroutine. So we'll say start coroutine, open brackets, load level async. Then in the brackets we need to pass the parameter of the level to load, and then we add a semicolon. So as you can now see here, that it wants to access the slider that we created, which is the loading slider, the main menu, which is just my main menu here, and then the loading screen canvas, which is there. What I'm going to do now is disable the loading screen canvas so you can't see that anymore. On my main menu, I've got a series of buttons, and my third button here for load game, or it could be new game, any of the buttons that you want. You can press plus to add a new event. I'm going to add the async manager into the slot. Go to the async loader, the load level button, which will be asking for a string. Now I know that I want to load this level, so I can just copy it from my scene, and then we can just paste it in here so I know exactly what that is. Make sure you go to file build settings and make sure your scenes are in there so you can see that if you had the integer value, it's 0 or 1, but I just wanted to use the actual names. But with this being said, once we try this out, with this being an async operation in the editor, it will just freeze Unity while it actually loads everything in, and it's not an asynchronous operation. We can load, but you can see here that nothing's happening and it's just frozen, absolutely nothing at all. And the very last second, once that's complete, then it does show it within the editor, and then it will load our scene. Now, on the other instance, as I'll show you in the background, when it's working on a build, it works absolutely fine. The operation might well be absolutely fine if you've got a really small scene or a really light scene. Building the game out will actually help you out. And do check out all the links in the description for the awesome Black Friday sales for the Unity Asset Store, and so many savings on Humble Bundle and everywhere else. Do check out my Patreon to get access to this project and over 165 different scripts, assets, and projects you cannot find anywhere else. Check out my great assets on the Unity Asset Store. Big thank you to all my patrons, including Peter Steiner, Raheem Whittaker, Gene Pommy, Manos Berikas, Walter Dunson, Rennie Leisure, Topher Chambers, Alyssa Faden, Daniel Getashan, Ishikawa Takuya, Hush, Thomas Merceleski, Callum Murmy, Mark Mondu, Marvin Church, Osame Abdul, Hogan Nigan, Josh Huang, Thomas Lopez, Curry for Life Gaming, Aaron Lin, Professor Arnold, and Sunu. And thank you to everybody else who comes to watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Cheers.